Candymonium is a B&M Hyper roller coaster located at Hershey Park in Hershey, Pennsylvania. Today I will be discussing why this is my favorite coaster at Hershey Park and why this is also my favorite B&M Hyper coaster I have ever ridden. So Candymonium is an incredible coaster. This ride reaches a top height of 210 feet and goes a top speed of 76 miles per hour. This ride is just awesome. It has ejector airtime, flow ejector airtime, and floater airtime. This ride has very strong airtime compared to any B&M Hyper I've ridden. It definitely has better airtime than Nitro and especially Intimidator. Of course, it has better airtime than Intimidator. Intimidator has no airtime, basically. Candymonium, after riding Candymonium, I could just see how much better B&M Hypers could be than other B&M Hypers I've ridden. Candymonium is an absolutely incredible coaster, and it's something I feel like Hershey Park needed. This ride not only has some great airtime, but it's also intense at some moments. The turnaround is actually very forceful, I remember. I actually did gray out, and the turn that goes above the pathway is also pretty intense. This is one really awesome ride. The back row is definitely the best row on this ride, as you get ejected out of your seat on the drop and the first hill. The trims don't really even affect the ride, as you go flying through every hill and every element. I was just a huge fan of Candymonium, and I just knew after riding it, this was by far my favorite coaster at Hershey Park after I rode it, and it definitely is my favorite coaster at Hershey Park still. This ride is just awesome. The best train on this ride is the Reese's train, because that train goes the fastest, I felt like. But no matter what train you ride, this ride's going to be awesome no matter what. This is definitely a great hyper coaster, and it actually is my favorite traditional hyper coaster I actually have ridden. Candymonium is just an awesome ride, and it's a coaster that you definitely need to check out when you go to Hershey Park. And you should definitely go to Hershey Park to ride this coaster because it is just so good. So now let's actually just take a front row ride on Candymonium. So first, you climb up to the top of the 210-foot lift hill, and then you crest over the lift hill, and then you go down this amazing drop. No matter where you sit, you will get some great ejector airtime. In the front, you'll get some floater, but in the back, you'll get ejector. Then you reach your top speed of 76 miles per hour when you hit the bottom of the drop. This hill is also awesome too, as you get ejected out of your seat if you sit in the back row, and you also get some flow ejector if you're in your front. This is the most intense part of the ride, as I actually grayed out. The turnaround is actually very intense. Now you go over a trim hill, but the trim really didn't affect the ride, as I got some really good flow ejector no matter what row I sat in. Right here you also get some really good flow ejector too. The speed hill is really awesome, and this part was probably the most disappointing part of the ride, because I thought this would be one of the best parts of the ride, but it gave some pretty good floater still. This hill actually gave some really good floater too, and this turn after that hill was actually pretty intense too. Then you go up into a little hill right here, which you'll get some pretty good floater. You'll get some pretty good floater here, and then you hit the brake run. However, the ride isn't over after that, as it does a little turnaround and hits another brake run to end off the ride. Candymonium is just an absolutely incredible coaster, and that's why I'm going to give Candymonium a 10 out of 10. Candymonium is by far the best coaster at Hershey Park in my opinion, and the best B&M Hyper coaster I've ridden. This ride is butter smooth, has great airtime no matter where you sit. It's pretty intense at some moments, and personally, I think this is the best B&M Hyper in the world. Candymonium is just an awesome coaster. It is amazing, and it's a coaster everyone should check out when you go to Hershey Park. This ride is just incredible, and it's just such a great ride. So yeah, that is my review on Candymonium at Hershey Park. Make sure to like this video, also subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you all next time. Keep coasting on my coaster demons. Peace.